Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I am Roger Wakefield, and I started plumbing 45 years ago.
Cheers.
Pretty soon I'm going to be able to say 46. It's coming
Getting
quick.
close.
Y'all know this year is almost up. Y'all know 2 weeks from tomorrow is Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
2 weeks. That's it.
Right? 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah.
2 weeks from today's Christmas Eve.
That's it,
I'm
baby.
just saying, it's, guys, I need to get her and make my peppermint patty.
Man, I'm so ready for champagne.
Champagne punch. You've been hanging out with your mama too long.
I know it.
I'd come home when he was a kid. I'd come home, man, the house would be clean and smell good. And she'd be in there mopping or something. And she'd be like, hey, what are you doing? She said, I made some champagne punch today. Like, man, if I saw that takes to clean the house, girlfriend, you go.
Yep. That's it.
She was good. Hey, guys, look, we do this each and every day. And we do it because Edward Molina jumped in early. Brother, how are you? Mr. Eduardo?
Eduardo, good morning.
Guys, we do this because I learned a long time ago that if you will study your niche, your business, your industry, your profession every day, for 30 minutes to an hour, you can move up to be in the top 5% of your industry. And my thought is, why wouldn't you do that? If you know, look, I can be at the top of the top, if I can be the best of the best, then why wouldn't you? So we decided, look, what if we put stuff together to help people do this? And we've started doing this the beginning of the year. We're going to make some changes we'll talk about in a minute. But we do this every day so that you don't have to go search what to study. We bring it right here to you. We give you the 30,000 foot view, but it's not so you know everything about everything, but it's so there's less out there you don't know anything about. So hang around, check it out. Let us know what you think. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, jump in, say hello. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do. And I said, tell us, because I do not do this alone.
Sure don't, man. Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day, Whiskey Wednesday, all of the above around this place. It's going to be a good one. I am Henry Wakefield, 20-year pipe fitter by trade.
What?
Grew up in a family full of plumbers, and now I get to build tools.
Wait, you're a tool builder?
I'm a tool builder.
I knew you were a
It's
tool.
so cool. Like, I know,
You're a tool.
always. But, now I get to build tools for plumbers. And we would like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And whenever I'm talking about the system, I'm talking about that complete kit. It's what we call the business in a box. Comes with both pieces of equipment I build, that probe for your meter to the home, irrigation lines, anything out in the yard, any yard service lines. But if there's concrete or asphalt above that line, you're going to want the sidekick that comes in that kit because it eliminates the layer of concrete so that you can hear right through. So check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro, or give me a call at 8888-LEAK-PRO.
Guys, we did this because it's something I started doing 7.5 years ago. I started doing YouTube almost 8 years ago now. I walked into a conference, found out that YouTube was the second largest search engine in the world. But if you want to find out more about how you can do YouTube, I made a free webinar. Go check it out at justmetroger.com. And if you've got a business and you're thinking, look, I wish I had systems and processes. I wish I had coaches, mentors, accountability partners. If you want things like that, you want to be part of a group that can help you grow the company that you want to grow the way you want to grow it, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. It will give you what you need to help you build the company you wanted to build, not the company that someone else wants you to build. So let's jump right in today, talking about the national news. Today's top story, because this one, it hits the trades hard and it hits homeowners even harder. In Ventura County, California, 2 men have officially been charged in a $1.3 million construction scam. It says 2 men. I wonder if that's the Rat Boys.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
Okay, you checked it out.
Yeah, worse.
Worse.
I hate to say, yeah, like it.
$1.3 million construction scam, and the details are a masterclass in what can go wrong when licensing, permitting, and transparency disappear. How'd they pull that off?
And they created multiple LLCs that looked legitimate on paper, changed the business names every few months, targeted homeowners, especially elderly homeowners.
I hate that.
That pisses me off more. For roofing, electrical, and foundation repair projects. They collected deposits ranging anywhere from $10K up to $80,000. Then they either dragged the job out or they never showed up. That is what the important part from this, guys. The investigation revealed that they were claiming license exemptions while doing regulated work. Don't fall for that, anybody, please.
No.
Electrical work, structural repairs, things absolutely requiring oversight. The state licensing board, they're now coming through records to figure out how many unlicensed subcontractors were mixed into the mess, intentionally or not. Okay. Now, guys, for homeowners, the signs, they're classic. High pressure sales, super vague contracts, no permits pulled, and refusing inspections. We kind of had this discussion yesterday afternoon here in our office.
Yeah.
But for us in the trades, the takeaway, it's super simple, guys. Scams like this make us all look bad. They push lawmakers towards tightening regulations across the board.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
That's it.
Texas is changing some stuff.
And it's already sparking conversations about stricter advertising rules on social media because the scammers were running ads that made them look like trusted professionals.
And guys, look, we've done React videos. I've got plumbers that are now in the United States that used to be in Australia that hate me. And they're like, well, you took that all out of context. It's like, dude, you wouldn't even get out of the car and talk to anybody. I demand you take that down. You say that word one more time, I'm going to put it back up because I'd already taken it down. I said, I'm losing money because I took down a video that was making me money.
Demand it, we'll make more.
Yeah, demand it. I'll redo that video. I'll make it even better because I know how to share the love now. Guys, you just look, if you're a homeowner, be careful out there. If you're a DIYer, know what you can do and can't do. We talked about this the other day. If you're not licensed to do things, we get the helping handyman jumps in here all the time. He says, look, I'm a licensed plumber too. I'm a licensed electrician. Matt McDonough jumps in. He's a licensed plumber, electrician, and
HVAC, tech, all sorts of stuff.
Psychotherapist or something, Yeah. At the end of the day, as a homeowner, you're in trouble if you let someone unlicensed do the work. Now, if it's fraud like this, you're probably going to be okay. You're going to get covered. You may lose your money, may not be able to get that back, but man, cover yourself.
That's it. And then the other brief part of national news, we're going to move from daily shows.
Oh, that is national news.
To weekly shows. It is. It is. And so we're going to talk. We're here. It's national news, baby. So that everybody around the nation knows. We've been doing it every day all year. We're going to go to Wednesday afternoons, 3 p.m. Central. Okay. But we also have holidays coming.
Yeah. You may not see us again. Let me see. We'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to be in here tomorrow. We're still doing tomorrow's live. We will be out this Friday. Tomorrow will be our last daily live show for everybody tuning in and hearing this now. Tomorrow will be the last daily. Next week, we're going to do a weekly. Maybe?
Yep. Well,
we're looking at it because we know we're out the next 3 weeks. So we may just hold off till that December the 12th, I believe it is.
We may take a few days off.
We may take a little time off.
Or a few weeks off.
Put a good plan together. Kick off next year.
Absolutely. I like that.
Yep. All right.
I think you just decided we're off next week.
Yeah, I just decided.
Yeah, we just decided.
Yeah.
Hey, this is why we have these community meetings.
That's it. Glad y'all could be a part
anyway,
of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad you got to join the show. Conrad Compton Chazursis says, what's a really good trade to get into right now? I'm in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, Illinois, outskirts of Chicago. Okay. Look, I always tell people plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. The reason being, those are the licensed trades. Normally, you've got to have a professional license in each state. But what I like about these are easy that if you get good at it and you're like, I want to work for myself. Those are pretty easy businesses to get into. Here's the good thing about it, though. You can be a welder. You can be a pipe fitter. You can be a carpenter. You don't have to be a plumber, HVAC, or an electrician. You can do what you enjoy. I always say those three because once you get that professional license, you can make more money. Eventually, one day you can open your own business. You can get your master's license. But you know what? Find out what you enjoy because right now, they're all good to get into.
That's it. And I hate to say it, but with technology on the rise, electrical's a really good one
Yeah.
to think
Oh
about.
my God, the
if that
data
interests
centers.
you.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
that's it.
Gary Vee was talking about that the other day.
Good.
All right. So Conrad, meant to take your choice. Sorry, I meant to click that a while ago if I didn't. I want to say again, hello to Eduardo Molina. Good to see you in here, brother.
Good to see you.
Brother Jeremy Rivard says the last day of the year or just in general.
Tomorrow's will be the last daily of the year.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not doing it daily now. We're not going to do it at 11 o'clock Eastern time, Monday through Friday anymore. We're going to a 3 to 4:30 Central time. And we're doing this because we're trying to extend the sections a little bit where we've got more time to really talk about things. Yeah. We've had people say, man, we love this show, but you cover everything so fast. We don't really get to learn much. So it's like, okay, what could we do? So we looked at it and we're going to do an hour and a half show on Wednesday afternoons.
And then a later in the day so that hopefully more trades people can get in here and be involved with our conversation.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
That's it.
And then says, I tuned in late. That's okay, brother. You're here.
That's it.
That's what it's all about. And helping handyman, we were just talking about you. Kiefer Sharp says, why are some contractors so shady in Arizona? Brother, there are some that are shady all across the United States. There's a lot of sloppy work being done. I don't like that. And I believe it's getting worse. Low quality work that is expensive. It almost always seems there's no accountability these days. You know, I'm going to put this back on homeowners because we know things like this. Don't pay for the job till it's done. And then if they give you a contract, say, look, all this is going to be done or an estimate, pull that estimate out. Did this get done? Does it get done to your satisfaction? Say, hey, guys, I hate to tell y'all, this toilet's wobbling. That's not what I was paying for. And then if they're like, well, we ain't changing it, say, okay, well, then I'm not paying my final bill. If they get mad, call the police. Say, hey, I got a contractor out here pissed off. He didn't do the job right. Guys, I hate to tell you, there are some shady people out there. And like that article we just did, they're just trying to steal your money. We see that all the time on the news. Guys, don't be that one.
Everything can
check reviews. Ask them for references. Hey, can I call somebody? Now, don't get me wrong. If they're that shady, they're going to have you call their wife. Say, oh, yeah, maybe tell them we were wonderful. Yep. We're going on a cruise next month. Up in Handyman says, good morning, fellas. Good morning to you. Good to see you in here, brother. Says the early show is phenomenal, but I wouldn't mind a later show so I can have the whole team watch.
Awesome.
All right. So like I said,
yep.
3 o'clock Central time on Wednesdays.
Yep.
That's what we're going to.
That'll start mid-December, second week.
And I tell you, I got to tell y'all too, but before I get down to Conrad again, the cool thing is we just shot a video. It's good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a podcast interview. And I'm telling you, this one's going to come out. When did we say? Right?
On this channel.
Yeah, it's going to come out on this channel.
4th Saturday of December.
The 4th Saturday. So last Saturday of the year, I think. Is it?
I think it is. I don't have a calendar in here, so.
Right.
I know it's the 4th Saturday of the month. Though.
4th Saturday of the month, which will be, December 27th, last Saturday of the year. All right. Okay, one more comment. Conrad Compton, Shazazix. I'm close.
About the last
I know. I saw about it, but I still wanted to try.
No, I know.
Shazazik. I'm probably close. And if you say no, you're not, it's okay. I'll stop. Don't worry about the last name. I do general home remodeling, but no areas are we officially licensed in. I'm not a fan of that. Thank you. I'll look into getting into electrical or possibly welding. Okay. Man, if you're already doing home remodeling, electrical could be great for you. Smart homes, all the IoT, the Internet of Things, how it all communicates. Dude, that could be phenomenal business. It really could.
And welders make a butt ton of money if
Yeah,
you
but
want to
welders
travel
do.
and do it. And go
Yeah,
see
if you
the
want to
country,
travel, welding's great.
go with the welding. It'll be fun.
Helping how many minutes does all the those reviews matter nowadays? I'm one of the highest rated handymen on Nextdoor in my area, period. Brother,
Love that.
that's what it's all about. And then start doing social media and they can link to those. So there's good stuff there. All right. We're way behind.
Yeah.
Bottom
Here we
line,
go.
let's talk money. And this is not revenue, not hours billed, not profit, but real profit. Most trades companies don't actually know which of their job types make the most money. They know the biggest ticket items. They know what jobs feel productive, but the data, it usually tells a completely different story. 80% of your profit typically comes from 20% of your job categories. Think about that one. Maybe yours is water heater replacement. Maybe it's panel upgrades. Maybe it is slab leaks, leak detection, slab leak repair. Maybe it's mini split installs. An HVAC shop in Phoenix learned the hard truth when they measured profit per job type. And guys, in order to know this, you've got to break down every job, every ticket, every day for a while. And then you start looking at where do we make money? Where do we lose money? Because if you'll break it down like that, you can see it. And guys, if you're not, it's not a good thing. You've got to break those jobs down, and it takes somebody that knows how to do it and knows how to do it right.
And in doing that, you get to double down on the most profitable jobs and try to promote those more. That's how you increase that revenue.
Yeah, because then you know where you're making your money. It's like, well, what if we started building funnels or just marketing just for that?
We're going to make that our
Yeah.
specialty. Man, I've heard
slab
that
leaks,
word.
leak detection, and whole house water filtration systems. If you don't know LeakPro, you don't know Halo Water, you got a problem.
Set you apart from every plumber in the area.
All right, safety. Here's something that I want everybody to take seriously. Almost half of the back
over
injuries now happen in broad daylight. Now, guys, we worked at a company that you had to have backup cameras. And this is not at dawn. It's not in a storm. It's not with low visibility. This is broad daylight. And the reason is simple. People get complacent. Workers assume that the operator sees them. Operators trust mirrors and cameras and stuff like that. In reality, they have blind cones the size of a small refrigerator, and they think, hey, everything's fine. But a modern work truck with thicker body styling, roof racks, things like that, they're harder to see around.
How you like your mirrors?
Yeah. Oh, I don't like mine. I'm being honest.
There's dangers.
I'm working on some sponsorship deals, and if I get one, they're going to freak out because one day I'm going to drive up in a new vehicle and be like, wait, we can't afford that right now. Well, we can't afford for me to die. And my issues are a problem for me.
That's it. Like it became mandatory for us to back into parking spots. Any of you service people that drive a commercial
and
vehicle,
you don't back in, you should
start.
Yeah.
Okay. Most accidents happen when you're backing up, even if it's just out of a parking spot. And that, yeah, they happen on the job a lot. Sometimes it's just in a parking lot.
You're backing up. You're trying to look behind you. You're trying to watch your right fender, your left fender. You're trying to make sure you don't hit one of these cars backing up. And you're not paying as much attention back there. But when you pull up, and I've got my truck's big.
Yes.
It's big.
Yeah.
I got big 37-inch tires on it. It's a 6-inch lift. It's a big truck. I can back in to a dot. If there's a dot on the ground, I can back into it. It's easy. You just learn how to do it. And when you back in, then when you climb out now if you got a commercial truck, put a cone in front of it. Why? It's going to make you look down in front of your tires just to make sure there's nothing there.
Always do a quick walk around if you're in a commercial vehicle.
You bet.
But yeah, awareness. And I love that they're coming out with technology now for like telehandlers, things like that on job sites for personnel location to trigger and set off some alarms. They are working at things to help prevent these accidents on jobs.
And guys, look, and this is one that it touches me because there was a kid in Local 100 here in Dallas on a job site that Randy and I both worked on that got ran over by a telehandler, a Skytrack. And he was young. He literally, I think he was 19 years old. It was one of his first jobs. And I don't know if the ground was wet and he slipped and went up under it, or he was looking at something else. They think, hey, I'm just supposed to walk and wave a flag. He was in a position where the operator couldn't see. And this young man died. Now, I feel sorry as much for him and his family as I do the driver. He's just doing his job. He's worried about the load, which is what he's supposed to do. Guys, pay attention, wear a vest, carry flags, know where you're at. Don't get complacent.
Sometimes just slow down.
Yeah.
Don't get in that big hurry. That helps a lot, especially big equipment, because crazy things happen. Like things fail. I was on a ramp at Infomart. We were working on the loading dock. Well, it was a solid ramp. Well, they had a Skytrack. Brakes just went out. Luckily, the operator steered it away from all the guys, ran it into this handrail that actually kept the equipment just to stop somewhere, so it didn't really tear anything up beyond the handrails of the area. Things happen that are out of our control sometimes.
That's wild.
You don't know what's going on. So always just keep an eye out.
Yeah,
Bad
helping handyman
things
is
happen sometimes.
horrible situation.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
And
it's the worst.
that's why we try to bring the
it is
awareness.
the worst.
Just be
Yeah,
careful.
And guys, it's real because we knew people that knew him. We knew companies that he worked for. We knew the job site he was on because we had both worked on it. All right, new construction. And we're heading into one of the biggest retrofit cycles the country's ever seen in decades. Okay, cities like Chicago, talking about that while
Just
ago.
outside.
Yep. Conrad, Chicago, Boston, St. Louis, Philly, issuing massive RFPs for buildings built between the 1940s and the 1980s. Why? Because everything inside those buildings is failing
At the same time.
It's the way it works, y'all.
Yeah.
Old electrical panels that can't handle modern loads, cast iron plumbing stacks that are cracked from the inside, mechanical rooms with systems installed by contractors who retired 30 years ago. The new energy efficiency mandates that those buildings simply can't meet without major upgrades, they're getting ready to be enforced. Hey, it's time to catch up. For MEP contractors, retrofit work is more complex than new construction because you're walking into the unknown. Buried conduits, unpermitted renovations from the 70s, 60s, 50s. I've worked on buildings that were built in the 50s, and it's like, man, why did they do this?
I've had rooms they built out as an air handler. There wasn't an air handler. It was a room that they built out to function the same way. It's like, what is this?
And the good thing is, Randy, the companies, and look, me and Randy both love retrofits.
Love it.
Okay. It's where you really get to use your mind more than your tools.
Yeah. Like,
It
residential, you talk about love and problem solving. That's what retro work is too.
Absolutely.
It's where I get to use my problem solving. Love it.
And it's fun. And when I talk about using this, let's roll into mindset growth, because one of the strongest leadership habits is learning to reverse engineer your day. Most new foremen work forward. What's next? Great foremen work backwards. What must be completed by the end of the day, and what sequence gets us there? And when you start thinking like this, then it's what has to be done by the end of the week? What has to be done by the end of next week? What has to be done by the end of the month? Your project manager, a good schedule, things like that can help you. But I saw a general contractor once who needed drywall hung by Friday, and instead of hoping that the trades would stay on schedule, he walked the timeline backwards. Plumbing rough in, y'all got to have that done Wednesday. Okay. Mechanical, you need to be done by Tuesday so the plumber can get in there and get done by Wednesday. And electrical, y'all get in, y'all get out, and be out by Monday. Everybody knew their target. And when that happens, your week runs so smooth.
I love planning the work and working the plan.
I call it a pull plan. If you know, hey, here's what we got to do. Well, what's the last thing that has to be done before we can turn this mechanical room over? Well, we got to test the system. We got to inspect it. Okay. Who's the last person in? And then you start pulling it backwards. Whose works the highest? The electrician. Dude, get in, get your stuff up high, get it out of the way. Maybe you want to have the pipe fitter come in first and put your hangers up because your pipe ain't moving. And I don't want a duct or a wire chase right there where you're trying to hang.
And I don't want somebody coming in and trying to bring a lift in to get above the work I just put in and damaging it.
Yep.
That's why sequencing is so important.
And working backward reveals bottlenecks before they hit you. It forces clarity. It teaches apprentices to think in systems, not steps. And it reduces stress because you always know why you're doing what you're doing. And at the end of the day, you got to know that. And if you don't, you're in trouble. Now, guys, look, we do what we do, and this video is sponsored by me. I like that. I like saying that. I get to sponsor this video. Here's the thing. I started doing YouTube almost 8 years ago, and I started doing it to grow a business. I had a plumbing company, and I got tired of getting ripped off by marketing companies. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start doing social media. So at the age of 54, I went to a conference. I walked in, and I was lost. I didn't know what to do. But at the age of 54, it's a social media conference. So I'm going to learn to get better at Facebook. That's what social media is. Well, the problem with that is there's a lot better things than just Facebook. I was walking down a corridor and I saw a placard, and it talked about getting in front of your customers and using video. And I thought, wow, you know what? We could do that. I went in there never thinking it would be me in front of the camera. But when I sat down on the front row and I figured out that he's talking about YouTube, and he said, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. And I thought, this guy's stupid. And I shut my notebook and I put my hand on the chair next to me. I start to raise up and I look around, and the back of the room is standing room only. And I thought, wow, this guy may know something. And I turn around and look back up. He said, and it's owned by Google, the largest search engine in the world. If you're not being found on the second largest search engine in the world, why not? Because these two search engines are also where AI gets information from. I know that my website guy tells me, look, here's how you're doing on SEO. Here's how you're doing on AI. I'm like, woohoo, we're kicking it. He says, well, Roger, nobody's doing the things you do. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, go to justmetroger.com. I made a free webinar that will help you learn to get started. Now, if you've already got a company and you need more than just marketing, but marketing's part of it, but you need systems and processes. You need a business operating system. You need coaches. You need consultants. You need mentors. You need accountability groups that say, hey, why haven't you done that yet? You said you were going to start. Why haven't you? I just hadn't had time. No. I got 24 hours in my day. How many hours do you have?
24.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Dang it.
We all got the same amount of time. You know that we have the same amount of time in a day to make money that Warren Buffett has in a day to make money.
Oh, make me feel like an idiot.
Oh,
Thanks.
I know. Oh, I feel broke now. But guys, look, if you need something like that, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. It's a best practice group that's going to give you what you want and need to build the company you want to build. Not like the other best practice groups that are, hey, change your colors, change your brand, change your name, change the things you say. And then when you get ready to leave, they're like, well, go ahead and leave, but we own the name, the brand, the colors, the logos. We own all that. So leave all that here. Go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com.
That's it. And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. And if you're a plumber out there and you are still sending your slab leak calls to somebody else for the location,
Stop it.
quit.
Stop
Quit.
Yes.
I'm Henry. Hey, I build leak detection equipment, easy to use, simple push button activation, volume knobs, the only adjustment on the whole thing. No calibrations, it's all built in. I always suggest the complete kit. You can find that on our website, leak.pro. Comes with both pieces of equipment I build, that probe for your meter to the home service, the sidekick for if there's ever concrete, asphalt, anything like that above the leak, whether that's a slab, a home on slab or not. The complete kit. Find that at leak.pro. If you don't know how to use that piece of equipment or do leak detection the right way, to listen to the leak, because they'll all tell you where it is.
It works.
Come spend 2 days with me. I offer an in-person leak detection training. I'll run you through 30 to 50 leaks while you're here. We'll start with line locating, pinpoint leak detection on the slab. Take that 130,000 square inches and you're going to go, oh, it's right here. You'll be within 12 inches every time by the end of the 2 days. There's also one leak outside of the slab, so you can get familiar with what a yard service leak sounds like.
Learn how
then-
to do it all.
But then also there's a couple sewer systems set up that I have out there where we'll teach you to go to the clean out outside of the home and determine exactly where that sewer system's leaking. So if you're ready to bring leak detection in-house and quit losing that revenue, give me a call at 8888 LeakPro or visit the website leak.pro and book me for a Zoom call there.
Guys, and here's the thing. The greatest thing about it, and this is why, and look, we built this slab. We built it because
Thick and hard.
yeah, but I mean, there's some people out there trained. Yeah, just fly to my.
Yeah.
Fly
That's
to
my favorite call. Hey, will you come out and teach me? Oh, you want me to come do a leak detection for you?
Right.
Well, no. We want you to come teach us. Right. So you're going to take me somewhere where there's a leak. I'm going to have to find it. Then I'm going to have to teach you how to find it. And
Based
then
on
what?
that one leak.
That's it. You know exactly how to do it. Yeah.
Why not come here where we've got 11 under the slab? And we can turn them off, turn them on, change them, mix them up. You're not going to remember where they're at.
No.
Each one's a whole new world.
That's it.
But when you walk away confident saying, I was within 12 inches.
Everybody that leaves here, they are so excited to go do their first
I
leak
know,
detection
I know.
call. And I'm like, call me when you're done.
Yeah.
Call me when you're done. Every time I've talked to them, they're always happy. It's like, oh, I'm 3 for 3, man. This is great. Like, I
it's
love
amazing.
it. And it's like, yeah, keep going.
But also tell them too, don't get too confident.
That's right.
You'll walk in all of a sudden like, oh yeah, I got this. This is easy. Boom, there it is.
Still got to slow
Well,
down.
remember, you got a
Listen.
beam, you got steel, you got things that can make that noise travel.
That's why I teach verify.
All right, all trades. And here's the truth that every trade should understand. The general contractor is constantly ranking you every day, every hour, every time you walk on that job. And if you've got a new job with them, guess what? They're ranking you still because they need to figure out where you rate compared to everybody else. They prioritize based on inspection deadlines, long lead equipment, customer pressure, and whichever trade is most likely to cause a delay.
Or us.
Yeah. Trades who communicate clearly, document progress, and stay ahead of schedules. Well, guess what? You get preferred access. You get the freight elevators a little more often. You get staging zones. You get material drops. You get crane picks. Trades who cause surprises. Guess what? You know what? Y'all may want to come in Saturday. Well, we don't want to work Saturday because we got to pay the crane operator. Okay. The plumbers have it all booked up. Well, why do they always get it? They've passed every inspection they had. How many of you failed? It's not what you want. I watched a plumbing contractor win top priority on a hospital job because they created a weekly corridor layout map so every single trade knew what walls were opening and when. That one act eliminated a ton of conflict and made the general contractor look good in front of everybody, not just the other trades, but the owners. The owners want to know, when can we get our building?
That's it.
Wait, you're going to get us in a week earlier?
We can get there faster?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hospitals are the most expensive rental of a room there is. If you want priority, eliminate friction. Make the general contractor's job easier than anybody else and communicate with them more than anybody else.
And in doing that, they're going to communicate more with you just naturally. It keeps you in every loop on the job. So you know anything that shifts, like that guy that missed his pick. Guess what? Hey, I could use it. Send it my way.
Yeah, we're ready. And I've literally had them call me, hey, Roger, you're not by any chance ready with your pick, are you? Yeah, we're ready. I mean, like right now, ready? The guy's not standing there waiting on you, but he will be in about 30 seconds.
That's it. Yeah, all I got to do is say one word and they're
Okay.
jumping.
This numbnut down here isn't ready. We're pushing him off till tomorrow. But if you're ready, we'll move you up right now. I'm ready.
Let's go.
He said, I knew you would be.
Yeah.
You gotta love
They
that.
know it.
All right, we're gonna step into laws and licenses, and this is a big deal. And I'm gonna climb
Ooh,
up.
I'm just gonna step down.
I know. I was gonna. You ain't got to. I'm gonna step up. Where'd that damn soapbox go? So let's jump into a major Texas update because this one is going to hit a lot of plumbing companies, and I hope it kicks them in the balls. And I'm just being honest. The Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners is tightening the screws, and honestly, this is one of the biggest enforcement shifts that we've seen in years. Here's what came out from Lisa Hill, the executive director at the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. Starting January 1st, 2026, if your employer or if you, your employee or your subcontract to anyone else who is unregistered or unlicensed, the penalty is $4,000 per violation. No discounts, no settlements, no, hey, we can work this out, right? Nothing. $4,000 every single time. Now, here's the big deal about this is Texas has always been real good. Like, hey, Randy, you're getting a fine. Well, Randy, if you don't fight it, if you don't argue, if you just pay the fine, we'll knock 50% off right now on everything. Well, now if you hire unlicensed people and send them out to somebody's house, you're not going to get a reduction. And to be honest, and I'm going to climb up on my soapbox for just a second. I think they should do this with every fine. If you're working without a license, you get fined. Your employer gets fined. If you don't pull permits, you get fined. Have we heard that one a lot lately?
Yeah, there's only one discount. It's the 100% off for everybody that does their crap right.
Man, I love that. I love that.
There's your discount, baby.
Lisa Hill, did you hear that? That was good. I like that.
Free.
Okay, now let's put this into real terms. If you've got one unregistered guy on a job doing work that requires a license, $4,000. What if you have 3?
$12,000.
Yeah, that's going to add up quick. And if that same crew worked 2 days on 2 different calls, that's $24,000. Now, do you see how fast this can destroy a small company? And guys, I'll tell you why I like this. There are companies here that hire apprentices, even unregistered, and just send them out in a truck and say, here, go do this job. Now, up until now, a lot of these cases were being settled for lower amounts. Like I said, 50% off. The board would negotiate. It wasn't even a negotiation. It's 50% off. It would take circumstances into account. Maybe reduce the fine for first-time offenders. Guys, there's no negotiations. At the December the 3rd Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners board meeting, the TSBE said they are done with reductions.
Yay.
At least on this one. Me? I want them to reduce the reductions on everything. If somebody's doing plumbing that requires a license or registration and they aren't properly registered, full penalty automatically. And here's why the board says they're doing this. Plumbing isn't just about pipes. We know this. It's drinking water. It's air quality. It's med gas. It's in hospitals. It's in dental offices. When untrained people do that work, Texans can get sick or worse. People can die. The board exists to protect the public health, and they're making a very loud statement. If you haven't earned that registration or that license, you don't get to touch the system that keeps Texans safe. You know, I had Drew in here the other day and interviewed him, and Drew and I worked down at Children's together. Drew had a child that had an emergency problem and had to go to the hospital and ended up in Children's. And Drew says, when I'm walking through the corridor, I look around, he said, I installed the med gases right here. He installed the med gases that were keeping his son alive. Now, let me be real with y'all. Every plumbing owner needs to take the next couple of weeks and check your entire team. Do they have licenses? Are they registered? Is everything in place? Make sure your apprentices are registered. Don't just take their word for it. Look it up. I used to sit down about every other week and go through the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners website and just check my plumbers, just to make sure nothing happened. Did they get thrown in jail that they didn't tell me about, and did they automatically lose their license? Make sure expiration dates have not slipped past you. Have somebody at your company that keeps an eye on this. If you've got subs, Randy, what do you got to do?
Man, you're going to have to verify them. If you hire the subcontractor, they bring unregistered guys, they're going to hit you still. It doesn't matter.
Bam.
This also means that you're going to see more board visits, more audits, more investigations on residential service companies. because that's historically where the board finds the largest number of unregistered techs doing licensed work.
Yep.
Okay. Get ahead of it, guys. Like you said, there's 2.5 weeks. That's all you got. And if you're in a different trade besides plumbing, guess what? You think this is not going to create a domino effect throughout the trades for other things where they're holding true to the fines and stuff like that? It's going to happen, guys. But get ahead of it. Clean up your rosters, check everybody's registration status, build a process where you verify quarterly at minimum. Like he said, he checked every 2 weeks just in case something happened.
I didn't want myself in trouble.
That's right. When you're the master, that's what you want to do. You are protecting your license. Because if you lose it, guess what? None of your guys can sell work then. Whole company.
And guys, y'all don't want to be the company that finds out the hard way that they're serious about this.
That's it.
One violation, $4,000, that can be annoying. But 5 of them in one day, $20,000. Tell me how your payroll people are going to like that. Texas wants licensed, supervised, documented plumbing work. Starting January 1st, 2026, they're not playing around about it. They're getting serious about it. All right. Helping handyman.
Kick that soapbox out.
I know.
Up a little
Yeah.
more.
So smash that like button. I like that. Absolutely. Yeah. Make sure you hit the like button. If y'all like this, just give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down, but hit it twice.
Yeah.
Once for each of us. Helping Handyman says the license thing is seriously overrated at this point in the game. It's more about gatekeeping and taxing than it is about quality control. And man, on this one, I'm going to completely disagree with you because there are people out there without licenses doing work and they do crappy work and the homeowners are not covered when something goes wrong. I think that the plumbing board, TD, Texas Department of Labor,
LR, right?
TDLR, Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Yes. Yeah. Look, we can disagree. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, I think that a license is what separates the general public from death.
It's their attempt at quality control. Because
You
if
bet.
we know that they're trained right, odds are likely they're going to install it right.
If they can pass the test, at
That's
least
it.
we know they know how to do
we
it.
know they know how to
Doesn't
do it
mean
right.
that they do it right every
That's it.
time. Helping Handyman says, did you know that the state license board doesn't care as far as how you get your experience? They just want to know you can do it. As long as you're getting experience and you can pass the test. Because in Texas, you've got to go do, first of all, you got to do a written test, then you go do a practical test. And I've been there, I've done it, so I know. Matt McDonough, welcome to the house. Brother says, Mr. Miyagi of Plumbing and Viking Leak Whisper. What's up, brothers? Can't stay long. Hero sign is glowing in the sky like crazy. Go LeakPro and Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. Tell us about that national news again, Randy.
National news, man. The Trade Talks will be moving from daily shows. Tomorrow will be our last daily show of the year. We will begin Wednesday afternoons at 3 p.m. Central Time, hosting a weekly live starting December the 12th. Second week, January the 12th.
January
I'm
12th.
so sorry.
We think January
It's
12th.
December, yeah.
We think it may be the 5th. It's the 12th or was it the 13th?
The 12th.
It
I'm
was?
pretty sure. Yep.
Okay.
If you're saying the 5th, I'm going to say 7 after that's 12.
Well, no, and I don't disagree.
I know, and
with
that
you.
was kind of on memory too.
But
just
I'm going to
visual
say
memory.
that's the 14th he's talking about.
Okay,
So
perfect.
One
Yeah,
of
the
us was
second
right.
Wednesday.
Yeah, second Wednesday. But we may go the 7th. We've got a conference that we're at that we may end up having to do something at that time. So we're just covering it, but just going to let y'all know. After tomorrow, you ain't going to see us for a while.
It's in holidays,
I
baby.
know. We get holidays just like y'all
It's gonna
do.
be nice.
Making the trades great again. Yes,
That's
we
it.
are. Okay, business training. One of the smartest decisions a service company can make is adding a field coach role. Not a supervisor, not a manager, a teacher. Field coaches jump between jobs. They check workmanship. They reinforce diagnostic processes, teach communication, and correct mistakes before the customers see them. The best companies run a ratio of one field coach. I'm going to say 5 people. I've seen people have one coach for 6 to 8. Train them, educate them, make it happen. An HVAC shop in Denver cut callbacks by 19% in 60 days using this model. Apprentices felt supported. Senior techs avoided burnout. The whole company leveled up. If you want consistency, real consistency, field coaches are your backbone. And what's good about field coaches is these can be your older guys that, man, they can't be out under cabinets all day, every day.
Just make sure they're the happy-go-lucky ones,
Not
not
the grumpy ones that Randy likes
ones.
working
Yeah,
with.
that's it.
All right, Randy, vehicles.
Okay, now let's get into a debate that never ends.
Okay.
The best fleet is built around the job type, not preference.
Unless
I don't
you're
care what you
talking,
love to drive.
unless you're talking the brand. I mean, if you're not driving a Chevy,
Well, you know,
I'm just saying.
then I can get out. Okay.
You can't leave yet. This is what you got to finish today and tomorrow.
But like vans and trucks,
What
okay?
is that?
Like, guess what? I prefer to be in a truck, but if I'm going to do plumbing service, I know I'm getting in a van. Period. I got to have everything there. Vans give you that climate protected storage, shelving, safer movement inside the vehicle, and a clean mobile workshop for service tech. Trucks give you towing, ladder racks, pipe carriers, off-road capability, faster material hauling. Okay. Depending on where you're at, depends on which one you really need
Yep.
here, though.
Or what type job it is.
That's it. Also, insurance is often cheaper on the van, but repairs can be pricier.
They're harder to work on.
They're harder to work on. Tight holes to get into to
I
work
know.
on it. We've dealt with it. Yeah. EV vans can be great for city routes. Diesel trucks still own the rural markets, though, especially if you're hauling equipment, stuff like that. You pick diesel, there's not much option that you want to even.
Oh, I had lots of options on my truck.
Well, yeah, you just think about the options that you want on that diesel.
Exactly.
But it's going to be a diesel. Whatever you choose, though, standardize your. Unless you're diverse, and then you need vans and trucks for the different job types,
Mhm.
like we said.
Yep.
But use consistent racks, consistent shelving, know your payload limits. Make sure every driver knows the limits of the weights they can put on their racks. Half the trucks in America, they're overloaded every morning. Don't forget that. Check your weights.
Know
what you
your
can
pipe
have.
racks. Know your pipe racks. Know the loads on your pipe racks. But also know how much weight you have inside, and is it all spread out evenly?
And also know how to ballpark the weight of that pipe so that you know what it's weighing.
Mm-hmm. It's a big deal. All right, rolling into social media. Today's shout out goes to BYOT, as in tools. Bring your own tools. And I love this. Now, this is one of the most trusted voices in tool reviews because he refuses to sugarcoat anything. No sponsorship bias, which is great. No fluff, just real world testing that tradespeople actually want. His series on tools I regret buying is golden. His corrosion tests are brutal. His breakdowns of mid-tier versus pro-grade tools help apprentices avoid wasting money on junk. If you want tool advice from someone who actually uses the tools, check this channel out. BYO Tools, TOOLS.
That's it, man. BYO Tools. Okay. Started back in 2016, early March. 578,000 subscribers. 400 videos on the dot. That's pretty good. We don't typically hit
I
that
know.
ever. Over 165 million. Does some really cool stuff. This is a DIY channel, so everybody kind of knows. Rip that Band-Aid off for y'all. The way he got started. BYOT number 1, DIY tile painting. Want to paint that tile, make it look a little different? Here's your video. DIY standing desk, how to build a monitor stand. Basic things. DIY projects, how to paint furniture, the before and the after. Little projects that almost any homeowner could do on their own. And that's what I love. Now let's hit popular. Building a lean-to shed, start to finish. Part 1 of 2. How to install synthetic grass. DIY artificial grass. How to install a permeable gravel driveway, the grid system. And he does the different testings for the weight rating, stuff like that, that I've noticed on the channel. But he does some really cool builds here. Carports, things like that. As tradespeople, we all have that project at home we want to tinker with or something. There you go. Some of the latest 2-for-1 decking boards. Some new stuff he got found at IBS. Great. Did I make a mistake not listening to my subscribers? And it's about a retaining wall and stuff. Looking at it, talking, giving the covers, hidden features, how to build a retaining wall, all the pro tips. I built one of those with my uncle whenever I was young. Hired me out one summer doing this.
I built them working
I
with
loved
a
it.
defense company.
Yeah, like just DIY stuff. Gonna jump over here to shorts, and we're gonna hit the popular. See what's fun. Strongest gravel driveway ever. With your metal grid
like
system there that you put the rock into. I do like that. Like, you need that up at the driveway.
I know. Up in the front.
How to install decking like a pro, new floating floor systems, just little different things that he's picked up and found. Flush spring loaded screws. That's pretty cool. New things are always coming. And that's what I like about a lot of these channels and socials is we don't all get to go to trade shows and stuff. Everybody likes to show off every single little thing that they found because he's looking at spring loaded screws. I was not. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I would have never thought about it.
Like, would have never thought of it. That's it. But I do see a lot of flush mount things that actually catch my eye because it's like
backyard office space.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Because in summertime, it's kind of nice to just say, you know what, I'm gonna get outside. Sometimes I've grabbed my computer before I gone out by the pool.
Yeah,
it's like, psh.
Yep, that's it, man. So definitely, guys, if you're in the trades, use some socials to promote you, promote what you do, promote your business, whatever that case is. But once again, BYO Tools over there for some good DIY stuff and side projects.
Great channel. Go check it out. Make sure you subscribe. All right. Best practices. So we're going to land this plane with a best practice that improves every single call. Now, this video is sponsored by Residential Service Professionals, but this is going to help you improve every single call, every customer interaction, and every follow-up. The customer intelligence sheet. It's just a one-page sheet, and really you can have it electronically, but it's just one. It tracks everything that matters. The system quirks, the homeowner preferences, previous quotes, access notes, past problems, special equipment, communication style. Do you know their PCM? Do you know what personality style they are? Do you know how to talk to them? When a tech shows up, already knowing the customer hates shoes in the house, not just putting floor savers on, they hate shoes in the house. Or they know that the breaker panel is mislabeled, or the furnace short cycles when the laundry room doors open. That tech looks like a genius. Because when they start explaining things, they're like, yes, ma'am, I got it. Won't have any problem. It cuts callbacks. It increases ticket sizes. It builds trust instantly, and it keeps your team aligned without long meetings or guesswork. And this is exactly what Residential Service Professionals helps you build. Repeatable processes, a business operating system, smart systems, and real business structure that makes your company smoother and stronger. If you want to stop trying to reinvent the wheel every single month, go to residentialserviceprofessionals.com. Join the community built for tradespeople. Not just built for tradespeople, it's built by tradespeople, people that have owned companies, scaled them, sold them, actually know what they're talking about. Sometimes a real Julie Jones jumps in here, and she's one of the best plumbing coaches I've ever seen. But she's coached other companies too, companies from tens of thousands of dollars to multi-millions of dollars. Go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. This video is also sponsored by me because of what I do on social media. Those of y'all that don't know me can go open up another tab on YouTube and search plumbing. Look for the mustache of wisdom. I'm just saying. But go check it out because, guys, think about it. For your niche, your business, your industry, your profession, what word would you like to be found for? I learned how to do YouTube. It's funny, the conference that I spoke or went to almost 8 years ago called me yesterday and said, hey, we want to talk to you about coming back and talking to people. Guys, I walked into social media marketing world knowing that my business was failing and I was getting ripped off by marketing companies every day. So what I did is I figured out how to do social media, and I learned about it there, but then I hired coaches to get better at it. We still have coaches. We still study social media every day.
Yep.
I mean, every single day. But it's funny because when I go to these social media conferences, and I still try to sit on the front row, but if I go to a social media conference, they're always like, Roger, you could have taught that class. People in the crowd that know me are like, dude, you could have taught this. It's like, I know. And they're like, why are you here? It's like, because if I can learn one thing to make me get better.
I was going to say didn't you hear that one thing that they said about this?
Yeah.
What I was here for.
Yeah.
That's the thing I took away from
That's
this that
what
I needed to
I need
rehear.
to do, and I'm not doing it.
Yep.
But guys, now I teach people too. And if you'd like to be found for something, I just told you a while ago, go to YouTube, search plumbing. What one word do you wish that you could tell people? Go to YouTube and search this word and you'll find me. And it blows people's mind that I've done that. Because guys, I was just a plumber. And if I learned to do it, you can learn to do it. Go check out justmetroger.com if you're interested in starting YouTube. It'll help you kickstart it, and it's a free webinar to help you get started. Again, go to justmetroger.com.
That's it. And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And when I say the system, I'm talking about the complete kit, what we call the business in a box. It comes with that probe for outdoor, that meter to the home service, any irrigation lines, anything out in the yard. But if there's concrete or asphalt above it, you're going to want the sidekick that comes in that kit, because it'll eliminate that layer of concrete for you so you can still hear the leak under. So check out the complete kit at leak.pro. That's our website. Simple as that, leak.pro. We're going to have a lot of those names coming out soon. It's going to be really cool. Like, I've seen a bunch of the new ones that are coming. It's like, ooh, internet's changing, I feel like. But really good stuff out there. But also, guys, I do offer training. Give me a call. Let's get you set up to where you can do leak detection. Give me a call at 8888 LeakPro, because I offer that 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas. So give me a call.
Guys, we've changed up our formula. We're changing things up. Tomorrow will be the last daily show that we do. We've changing things up for our team. We're changing things up for y'all, really. We're going to start doing longer shows. We're going to do them once a week, but we're going to be able to go a little bit deeper because we're making the segments longer. And we've been talking about this for a while, not just with our coaches, but between us. So we decided, look, this is a good way to do it. And this also gives us a little bit of time off. So we are going to have fun. Matt McDonough says, making the trades great again. Up and Handyman says, remember, I'm a professional plumber and HVAC technician by trade, fellas. I know. And
that is what we were talking about.
Well, we talked about that earlier. I don't have any problem with that. It's the people that aren't doing all that.
That's right.
So, brother, no, I know you are.
Know,
over here in California, it's a gamble either way.
Like,
yeah, it's a gamble in Texas. You don't know what you're getting yet. Matt says, man, you guys are my morning wake up. What I'm going to do, I don't know. Love you guys. I'll be excited either way. Thanks for being awesome. Go LeakPro and Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. Love you. Bye. Brother, you be good. Have a great day. Helping Handyman says, great shout out. And Helping Handyman also says, let me clarify. I'm in favor of being licensed by the enforcement and keeping up the standard. That's what's missing in California. I get it, brother. There he goes. Matt McDonough, look for the beautiful mustache of wisdom. Guys, thank y'all for being here. And remember, whatever you do out there today, do it safe and hit it effing hard.
Yeah, guys, I hope to see y'all in here tomorrow for the last daily show once again. It's going to be a fun Thirsty Thursday around here. Have a good one, guys. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Bye.